What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. So a few months ago I've done a review for the Akaso Brave 7 and in that video I was kind of disappointed by the camera because it wasn't that great. The sound from the internal microphone wasn't great, the image stabilization wasn't great, and even the touchscreen was kind of borderline unusable. Well, in some situations anyways. Well, a couple of weeks ago, Akaso reached out to me and they said, "Hey Alex, we have a brand new Akaso Brave 7, an updated version that works much better than the previous one. Do you want to make a video for it?" And of course I said yes, because we have it right here. Now, if you want to check out the original review for the Akaso Brave 7 that I've done, I will leave a link in the video's description or the top right corner of this video, so you can check it out. Most of it still applies to this camera. So in today's video we are going to check out the sound from the internal microphone, we are going to see if the image stabilization is better, and well, I can already tell you that the touchscreen on the back of the camera is improved compared to the previous version, so that one does work much better. So let's start by checking out a couple of sample recordings so you can hear how the internal microphone from the new updated Akaso Brave 7 sounds like. Alright, this is a quick audio test to the updated version of the Akaso Brave 7. For this recording I'm doing 4K at 30 frames per second and I have the image stabilization turned on as well. Now keep in mind I am outside, so it is a bit windy and there are some cars passing by every so often, so you may hear that as well. For our next recording I'm gonna go inside and we'll see how the internal microphone catches the sound if you're inside somewhere where it's nice and quiet. So this was a recording outside, as you can probably see for yourself. So this is how the internal microphone on the Akaso Brave 7, the updated version, records the sound. For our next audio test to the Akaso Brave 7, once again the updated version of the Akaso Brave 7, I am inside the house and there is no other noise aside from my voice. Well, there is a fan somewhere around there, but I highly doubt that you're gonna be able to hear that through the camera's microphone. So this is how the Akaso Brave 7 will record the sound under these conditions, basically. So in a super quiet place. For this recording I'm doing 4K at 30 frames per second, and once again I have the image stabilization turned on. So yeah, internal microphone on the Akaso Brave 7 in a quiet place. For our next test to the Akaso Brave 7, the updated version, I am talking behind the camera and also walking fairly slow, I'm gonna say. So with this test you're gonna see how the internal microphone catches the sound if you're talking behind the camera, and also how the image stabilization on this action camera works. I am walking fairly slow, so I'm trying to keep the camera as steady as possible while walking. Okay, so as you've heard for yourself, the sound from the internal microphone on the new updated Brave 7 is much better than the original one. But if I would be to compare the sound from the Brave 7 to the sound from the GoPro 9, well, the GoPro 9 is way better once again. So yes, the new updated Brave 7 has a better internal microphone, but it's still not mind-blowing good. So it is better than it was before 100%. Next I'm gonna show you some video recordings so you can check out and see if the image stabilization from the updated Brave 7 has been improved or not. So let's check out those recordings and I will be right back. For our next quick recording with the Akaso Brave 7, the updated version, we're doing a bit of a walking test so you can see how the image stabilization does while walking. And we're also gonna do a bit of running. First I'm gonna keep walking for a bit just so you can see how it does. And I think I'm gonna start running somewhere around here. So that was running, slow running of course. I'm also gonna stop somewhere around here. We're gonna pan left slowly. So I'm holding the camera in my hand while I do this. And then I'm gonna pan right once again. So yeah, this is how the image stabilization works on the Akaso Brave 7, the updated version, if you are recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. And I have another super quick walking and running test, once again recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. So I am walking fairly slow at the moment. I'm trying to keep the camera as steady as possible. And I'm also gonna run for a bit. just so you can see how the EMI stabilization works under these conditions, basically. Okay, and we're moving on to our next test for EMI stabilization. For this test, I will be riding the bicycle. It is a bit downhill around here, so hopefully I don't fall and it's easier to go up and down. So for this recording, I'm doing 4K at 30 frames per second, and of course we have the EMI stabilization turned on. So I'll keep doing this for a bit, hopefully I don't fall. Okay, so as you've seen for yourself, the EMI stabilization hasn't actually been improved when compared to the previous version of the Akaso Brave 7. Just like that one, if you walk nice and slow, the EMI stabilization is decent, but as soon as you start running, as soon as you ride the bicycle and you're basically not steady, you're moving the camera a lot, the EMI stabilization doesn't do that great. So for EMI stabilization, I don't feel that there has been any improvements for the new updated Brave 7. And as I said earlier, the touchscreen on the back here is much better than how it was back in the day when I got the original Akaso Brave 7. So yes, there are some improvements that were made to the Akaso Brave 7, the updated version, but overall it's still a fairly average camera, I'm gonna say, mostly because of that EMI stabilization, because for an action camera the EMI stabilization is quite important. Alright guys, hopefully this video was useful. If you did like it, don't forget to press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.